गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। आज हम जनरल डिक्टेशन लिखेंगे जो एग्ज़ाम ओरिएंटेड रहेगा। और इसमें वर्ड्स होंगे 1014। रेडी हो आप सभी? गेट रेडी, स्टार्ट। वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन means having Lok Sabha and state assembly elections together. It helps to save money and make governments smooth. After India became independent, the first general elections in 1951 to 1952 were held together. This continued until 1967, but later some state assemblies and the Lok Sabha ended early due to political problems. Because of this, India stopped having elections together. Now people are talking about this idea again. Frequent elections disturb governments and cost a lot of money. Many believe it can save time and money and keep policies stable. It also reduces pressure on security forces during elections. Other countries have shown that fewer elections help in better governments. If India follows this system, it may strengthen unity. It will also help governments focus on development instead of elections. However, it needs legal changes and political endorsement. Supporters believe that with proper planning, India can bring back simultaneous elections. India constitution has rules about election timelines in articles 83, 85, 172 and 174. These rules explain how long the Lok Sabha and state assemblies will run and when they can end. At first, elections were held together, but political problems changed this. Court decisions also affected elections schedules by setting rules for removing governments. Some constitutional changes, like the 42nd and 44th Amendments, changed the term length of governments. The Election Commission of India conducts fair elections. Report suggests that having elections together can reduce cost and enhance governments. These reports say frequent elections disturb development and use up a lot of resources. The Election Commission can manage this system well if legal changes are made. One nation, one election is imperative today because frequent elections put pressure on India's resources and governments. Holding multiple elections requires a lot of money, security, and manpower. These repeated elections slow down development and governments. During elections, the Model Code of Conduct limits decision making, delaying important projects. It can reduce such delays, can help governments work smoothly. It also improves national security by reducing the long use of security forces during elections. Stable governments leads to better lawmaking and smooth policy implementation. Experts believe that simultaneous elections can bring political stability, attract investors, and boost economic growth. A well organized election commission can help in this transition. It may be necessary for better coordination between the center and states. Although it needs major reforms, its benefits make it worth the effort. With political agreement and public support, India can adopt this system to ensure stable governance and national growth. India spends nearly rupees 60,000 on elections every year. Holding all elections together can conserve 40% of this money. Many security officers are needed for different elections. If elections happen together, fewer security officers will be needed. More people vote when elections are held at the same time. Reports show a 5 to 7% increase in voting this way. A survey found 65% of people transport one nation, one election. People like one nation, one election because it causes fewer complications and keeps rates steady. Research shows it makes politics stable and encourages more voting. India can benefit if it follows this system. Fewer elections help governments focus on making the country better. Experts say proper planning can make it successful. If India follows good examples, it can save money and grow strong. In December 2024, the government proposed the Constitution Amendment Bill 2024 in the Lok Sabha. This bill aims to hold Lok Sabha and state assembly elections together. A special committee led by former President Ram Nath Kovind supported it. The committee suggested making changes to laws and the constitution. Prime Minister Narendra Modi supports this idea. They say it will help the government work better and save money on elections. But some other political parties are connected that it may ignore local issues and affect the power of state governments. The Election Commission of India is discussing how to make it possible. A survey in January 9, not 19, 2025 found that over 80% of people like this idea. The highest support was in central India, where 90.7% of people agreed with it. News reports show both hope and worry about this change. Courts have not yet given a final decision, and the discussion is still unfolding in the government and among the people. India is watching closely to see how this idea will shape future elections. Ram Nath Kovind, former President of India, is an important voice in the one nation, one election debate. He believes that changing election rules can make democracy stronger. When he was president, he talked about how it can make elections seamless and cause fewer problems. In his speeches, he always spoke about keeping the country united and making the government work better. He faced difficulties because some political parties and legal rules made it hard to bring changes. But he did not give up and kept talking to many people about the benefits. He believes that holding elections together helps governments follow their plans properly. Because of his efforts, a high level committee was formed in 2024. This started many discussions across the country and in the news, making it a significant topic. His ideas still inspire changes as India looks for better ways to run elections. COVID Cowin's work shows that strong determination can help bring big changes. His influence will continue helping India make elections more structured. By supporting it, he hopes future generations will have a stable and well planned democracy. Having elections at different times helped states share local issues, but one nation, one election can make decision making faster by reducing confusion in politics. For example, if states and the central government vote at the same time, making and following rules will be easier. Other countries have tried it and found that it makes their governments more stable. They also show that different regions can still have their own identity while following the same election system. If planned well, it can make India's government stronger. It can help create a peaceful and well planned system where development and unity grow together for the food of all citizens. Stop.